what up? I'm going to get in the shower, and by the way, this started my next vlog. Bye. Hi guys, I'm going to bed. Good night. I'm fucking cold.
Jake and Kendo the Samurai
I'm awake.
will battle Dirty White Boy for the Beat the Champ TV title.
What's in my
Doc, any
glasses?
thoughts from the opening right there? Oh, shoot. Let me hit record on the Patreon
Got
video.
it.
Hold on.
Oh, well, yeah.
Let's see,
All right,
friends.
pal. Yeah,
Makeup.
all right.
Now we're rolling on the Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon, pals.
Let's go soon.
There we go.
Well,
Let me.
See, back in the 30s, who the fuck knows what was going on? This guy could have just been hot at the fucking referee and just decided to throw him out of the ring. It could have been a fucking spot that he was told about beforehand, but he fucked up and took the bump wrong and broke his leg, and Sam Avey wouldn't pay for it. So now, okay, motherfucker, well, I'll get you. Who knows what happened, but under normal circumstances, you know, the way you are thrown out of the ring, if it's done the proper way, if you break your leg, it's your fault, because you took the bump wrong. But if this guy just fucking launched him, and who knows, I don't know that throwing out of the ring was a heavily practiced and perfected spot back in the 30s. Who knows what would have happened. But yeah, I can see this right now. He said, oh, my leg's broke. I can't go to work, Sam. Well, I ain't going to pay for it. Well, fuck you. I'll sue you.
Oh, that may have happened. We'll have to see what we can find out. But, Jim, we're going to end in the news this week with an old super podcast classic.
Sent upon Syracuse on his mind, he did share a bit of his philosophy. Brothers, slow down, Jimmy said. You're way ahead of my brain. All I need to know is that when I get in there, I must be there and beware. Yeah, the Superfly is coming to town, and he's coming for two grand reasons. One, he's planning to kick some sorry creep's sorry butt, and number two, in the process, he's going to help raise money for Mercy Flight Central, Central New York's nonprofit 24-hour helicopter ambulance service.
Now, at this point, Jim, I'm going to jump in because you don't have to read the plug from 1996. So let's now go where we will continue the article at the word indeed at the end of paragraph 3.
Indeed. This will be professional wrestling the way it was meant to be. That is, full-grown men in tights and feathers throwing business associates off turnbuckles. And if it can raise a buck for a worthy cause, all's the better. Our profession is the greatest thing in the world, brother, Snuka said. Professional wrestling will always be. It will always be.
Bretta.
While there may be some Superfly has provided his fans with some memories. This, even if he has chosen to be particular with his recollections. Question. What has been the highlight of your career, Superfly? My most memorable night, brother, was when I wrestled in Madison Square Garden and I dove off the peak of the world and was still flying. Question, when was that, Superfly? Brother, you'll have to find out for yourself. I'd rather not mention names. Question, but you came into the ring from an exceptional height? Superfly. That's the question I'm still trying to answer, brother. But it was lovely. The story is that Jimmy Snuka was born on one of Fiji's 800-plus islands and that he grew up to be a cliff diver of renown. While that job did yield the odd pearl, it did not consistently provide 3 squares a day. So Jimmy turned to professional wrestling, where he made his name coming in high and often. Boy, there's his greatest wrestler. Question, so who's number 2?
All I do is
Superfly, brother, nobody is number 2.
I'm sorry.
Question, if you are number 1, why didn't you ever wrestle for the belt? Superfly,
It's so nice.
in your heart and everybody else's, you know, and you want to know why, brother, because you know I love you, and all I needed was the spirit, brother. Question, huh? Superfly, brother, you better get on the phone and let the people around the world know that I'm talking to you. I didn't wrestle for the title, brother, because I never really needed it. The voice was part whisper, part rasp, and all very friendly. Jimmy Snuka, headed for Syracuse and a top rope at the fairgrounds, had offered his baloney thick as usual, and a conversation needed to end. It was time, after all, to concentrate on Friday's match. So many creeps' butts to kick, so little time.
So, Jim, if you were the promoter and you had to pick a wrestler not to speak to the press, who would you pick?
Superfly Jimmy Snuka, brother. He was in the business. We were never in the same place at the same time until the WWF, and it was the 90s. And so I never knew him when he was young, 70s, 80s. A huge fan of his work. But I don't know whether his brain was always fried or not.
Had you seen him when he was in Mid-Atlantic in the late 70s originally?
Oh my God, yes. When Crockett started running Cincinnati, me and Weasel Dooley used to go up all the time. And when he was, because they had so many guys in the territory, you would only see the same guys every, one or two out of every 2 or 3 shows. But when he was on the card, that was the highlight. I mean, my God, he was ripped. He looked incredible. The way he moved for a guy that size and that muscular, like a cat, and the dives. And when they would throw him out of the ring, talking about getting thrown out of the ring, I've never seen anybody do this like this. He would be thrown, and from halfway in the ring, he would just launch himself and turn and go backwards through the second and top rope, and on his way through which I did. And it was just the athleticism was amazing, and a guy that size and looked like that, and believable, and the work and the body language. Holy shit!
But not the promos.
Not the promos.
Case in point, from Fiji with Love comes Superfly from the Syracuse newspaper right here. But Jim, with that, we have wrapped up another edition of In the News, this anniversary show edition of In the News. How would you like to sign off?
Happy anniversary.
I say good day.
I am very happy to welcome back to the Super Podcast a great friend of the show, the historian and writer and journalist, I should add, Fumi Saito. Fumi, welcome back to the show.
Hi.
How are you, sir? Hello from Tokyo.
Hello from New Jersey. It's good to talk to you once again, Fumi.
Very good.
We got such a tremendous reaction the last time you were on the show, and we talked a lot about the history of Japanese wrestling, specifically centered on Baba and Inoki, because really, from 1960 on...
Hello.
2 kings, and from 1960 on...
That new company. It's in New Japan, but now they got the TV capital and weekly television show on prime time, and it just... That was beginning of Inoki's era, too. In December of 1973, he beat Johnny Powers in Tokyo, became NWF World Heavyweight Champion. World, huh? But NWF was almost like a deceiving naming, NWF? It must be kind of good from America, He did not want to create New Japan World Heavyweight Championship. It had to be something that actually comes from America and have some history to it. And Johnny Powers at the time was fairly recognizable, kind of champion type, wasn't he?
I mean, in Buffalo...
Hey. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Cuddle suck. Hey. I'm over here. Hey, babies. I love you. Auntie loves you. Guys, what's up? Do you see this there? It keeps catching on things and it's actually starting to piss me off. So that's one thing. 2, I'm currently home with this guy right here. This little nugget who's sleeping on me. Cutest little nugget ever. He's halfway asleep. He's almost there. But I keep bugging him, so I'm gonna go. Say bye. Thanks for watching my vlog. See ya. Bye, guys.